Have you ever jumped on a bike after years of not riding and suddenly remembered how to ride? Or typed a password in your computer without even looking at the keyboard? People usually say, oh, that's muscle memory. But is it muscle memory? And is it possible for your muscles to remember anything at all? Let's find out. What people mean by muscle memory. When people refer to muscle memory, it usually means the ability to perform a movement after lots of practice. Things like playing a musical instrument, shooting a basketball, throwing a punch, and even tying your shoes. At first, these actions take a lot of conscious effort, but after a while, you're able to do them naturally, almost second nature. It feels as though your muscles have learned the skill, but that is not what's happening. The science. Your muscles do not hold memories. They don't store memories at all. They can get stronger, faster, bigger, but they do not store memories. There is no such thing as muscle memory. The real learning occurs in your nervous system, in your brain, in the basal ganglia of the brain, and then it is also stored in the spinal cord, in the central pattern generators. When you practice a movement over and over, my favorite analogy, when you do something the first time is it's like laying a trail of breadcrumbs that takes you from A to B. You then lay another trail of breadcrumbs the second time you do it. After you've done this approximately 300 to 500 times, it becomes a motor pattern and is stored, and you have a very clear path that you're going to follow. This process is called facilitation, from the Latin facile, which means it's easier. It's easier to do something once you've done it 300 or 400 times before. Sports scientists and neuroscientists refer to this as motor learning or motor memory. It's not muscle memory. Other terms we use around this are motor patterns and motor engrams, both of which are effectively the same thing. It is a pattern of, if you like, firing the nerves in a particular order. These nerves are connected to the muscles, which act as the effector to affect the motion or movement. So it's your brain that is remembering the pattern of the movement, not the muscle itself. So why did the term stick? It feels like the muscles are remembering because you're doing or affecting the same pattern again and again. And in general terms and terminology, when we're talking to our friends, it's an okay term to use. However, it's not the kind of term that we should be using if we're involved in teaching, coaching, etc. The correct term is motor learning or motor memory. The final takeaway, does muscle memory exist? No, it doesn't exist at all. It's motor memory that exists, and it's done by the brain, not by the muscles. If you find that interesting, check out my other videos. Most of them are on sports science. Subscribe.